comfortably in their homes,
Yes.
because of course your mortgage comes up every 3 or 5 years or
Yeah.
whatever your term you take. But what about your kids' education? Do you want to save in your RESP? What are you doing with your TFSA, or should you make that RSP contribution? When do you want to retire? Like, these are all questions that my clients have, and they have to decide what they want. And then I will, if realistic, find out a way to make that happen with them. It's an ongoing process because, you know, if I had a crystal ball, I wouldn't be working. I'd just buy a lottery ticket and that would be the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
Uh, but
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen with inflation. I don't know what's going to happen with the markets. But long-term trends tend to do the same sort of thing that they've done in the past, right? um, there's going to be blips, of course, but we need to adjust the plans to factor in things that are impossible to predict. Like, I don't think anyone thought last year we would be at like 7-8% inflation at this point, right?
No.
um, or that interest rates were going to shoot through. In fact, for one of the first times, the Bank of Canada gave us guidance that interest rates were going nowhere for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Of course, we all saw how that turned out. So,
Yeah.
but yes, I like to develop a relationship with my clients, and I get to know them over the years because I handle a lot of these things for them, and
It becomes a very personal matter then, because we've developed such a relationship. How they sell their house, when they sell their house, how they buy, when they buy,
100%.
how they do
And
their insurance, how they do their life insurance, how they
yeah,
protect their kids, all this family, this financial planning, Rick. I think we should. We have a home buyers first time home buyers webinar coming up.
yes.
I think that we certainly need to address just this little bit of an aspect, plug it in. There's only so much we can cover in a certain amount of time, but to
Mhm.
give them something to think about, how we're there for them for the long haul with all of this financial planning. And I mean, mortgages themselves are 24-hour jobs. So,
Yeah.
being able to take care of their finances, we have a very unique overall perspective. So when I talk with my clients, sometimes I have to be careful not to overload them because we have so many options for them. But we
Yeah.
really do have it all here to protect them.
Well, that is the problem, is it can become very complex.
Yes.
So, it's our job to, try and simplify the concepts. And,
Yeah.
but it can be overwhelming, certainly. Uh,
Yes.
and often there's a lot of work that needs to be done. But I often work with clients before they've even got a mortgage. Like, the
Yes.
financial planning
That's right.
starts in order to allow them to get the down payment together so that they can buy a home, right?
Yep.
And buying a home is a huge part of a financial plan. It makes such a massive difference in the end result, because you have to live somewhere. So if you're not paying your mortgage, you're paying someone else's, right? So it's yeah, that's one of the first things I usually try and
It's
get.
beautiful, and it even goes way beyond the RSP and taking that money out and adding the contribution to the house and paying it back tax free. It goes beyond the in a government incentive for someone that is just struggling in the market, and there may be some in certain areas they can do.
uh,
Like, there's so many, and then there's credits as well for improving the quality of your home, or if you're a senior, or if you're sick and you need to make modifications to it. Like, there are so many things coming and going all the time in the market financially that allows you to be able to give